What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be building the cheapest, the most reliable, and most practical vehicles in LEGO Fortnite Odyssey. So we all know the prefab vehicles that LEGO Fortnite Odyssey provides for us, and while they are pretty good, they're not all that great. I mean, I have 3 of the vehicles right here that I'm going to be trying to replicate and build a better, more efficient, and more cheaper counterpart to that vehicle. Now you're probably wondering, how are you going to test all these vehicles to see which one's the best? Well guys, this crash course test right here is going to help me test out every single one of these vehicles to figure out just which one is the best vehicle that you should be using in all of your worlds. So first off, we have the uphill test, and this is just going to test which vehicles can actually make it up a steep hill without flipping backwards or just not even being able to make it up the hill at all. Next up, we'll take it around this little racetrack that I built to see how great the turning radius is of each one of these vehicles, and finally the drag strip. We are going to be testing just which vehicles are the fastest. And now you're probably wondering, Ryan, how the heck are you going to use these tests on the aircrafts? Well, I am about 2 steps ahead of you because I have a whole different crash course test set up for the aircrafts. Now, if you're going to want to see that, you're going to have to stick around till later in the video. Alright guys, let's get right into it. Alright, so first up, we're going to be comparing the speeder to one of my vehicles that I built over there. And while this thing is pretty cheap to build, it definitely sucks. I literally had to build an elevator just to get it up here, because no matter how many times I tried, I just could not get it up these stairs. So yeah, I literally had to drive it onto the elevator and drive it off just to get it up to a platform that's like 5 feet off the ground. But I don't know why it's shaking so much every time I bring it up here, but hopefully that doesn't affect its performance at all. We're gonna take this guy on the test, starting with test 1. We're going to drive it over here, and we are going to see if it can make it up this hill over here. Alright, so this sand hill right here is pretty much the steepest hill I have found over in this area. So this is going to be the hill we're going to be testing all of our vehicles on. And you might be thinking, wow, that's not that steep of a hill. Oh, just wait, buddy, that's not the hill. That's the hill with them black streaks in the side. First off, let's break this rock that's right in the way. Alright, and we might as well break this guy too. I'm gonna give every vehicle a fair advantage. I'm gonna make a starting line right here, just so everything is fair as it can be. Alright, let's hop back into the speeder and let's test this guy out. Alright, ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. And if I full throttle, I'll flip black, so hopefully I don't flip back. I don't think it's gonna even make it up this hill. Not even close. Not even close. Yep, and we're flipping back. This thing is quite literally the worst vehicle in the game. If I was you, I would never build this. And half the time, it doesn't let you flip back over. This thing is so glitched out. I don't know what happened to it. Let's get back up on that platform and try test 2. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get back up this hill, so I'm gonna have to build a new one. Alright. Whoa. Be right back, guys. Alright, now that it took me literally 57 minutes to get this thing back up here, let's test number 2 and see how great the turning radius is on this thing. Alright, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, and I know the turning radius on this thing sucks, so hopefully... Oh my goodness, this thing's so hard to control. Oh, and we flipped already. That is a fail for the speeder. I couldn't even make it around the first corner and we flipped. Alright. On to the last and final test. Alright guys, and for the last and final test, we're going to be seeing just how fast this thing can go. So we're going to put our back tires right on this line right here, and we're just going to full send it. If it flips, it flips. I'm going to do full throttle, and whatever happens, guys, happens. We're going to see which vehicle can cross to that finish line the fastest. Alright, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, it actually didn't flip. I was surprised. I thought it was going to flip. So let's see, by the time our front tires hit that line, bam! Alright, whatever time that was, I don't know, because I'm not going to know until I'm editing this video. You guys will know, so there's the time to beat for all of the next vehicles. Now let's go see what vehicle I have built that competes with the speeder. Bam! And guys, don't be fooled by its ugliness. This thing is actually pretty fast and actually super easy to control. And the plus side, it is extremely hard to even flip this thing over. And let me tell you guys, this thing is extremely cheap to build. This is for sure the vehicle I'm going to be building in every one of my survival worlds. Now that's enough talking. Let's get going to the first test with this thing. Alright, first test again. Oh, and there seems to be a pig that wants to hitch a ride. Oh well, I'm not gonna complain. Now we're gonna do the hill test to see if this thing can't just make it up that hill without flipping, or if it can actually make it all the way up that hill without stalling out. So guys, I'm just gonna send her and see what happens. And we're going right for that dark black spot right there. That is the steepest part of the hill. Oh, my butt is clenching. Yep. Oh my goodness, guys, we made it. So already off to a great start, better than the speeder. And you know what, just to throw a little more shade at the speeder, watch how easy it is to get over these steps with this thing. Look at that. It didn't even struggle at all. So already test 1, this thing is just dominating the speeder. Alright, we're just gonna go straight in for test 2. See if it can make it around this racetrack without flying off the edge or flipping over. And there is no reversing allowed. It all has to be one straight shot. So enough yapping, let's go. Alright, coming in first corner, I'm gonna go out to the outside, into the... Oh my goodness, this thing turns too sharp. Alright, I guess that's not a bad thing. But guys, just look how easy to control this thing is. I mean, you turn and it turns. Unlike the speeder, you turn that thing and you're flipping. Like, you're flipping. And look at that. I'm gonna go for lap 2 just because. This thing is so easy to control. There is no comparison at all. And you know what? Let's go right to round 3. We're going to see how fast this thing is. And I know it's not the fastest thing in the world, but by golly, it is so cheap to build and it is so easy to control. This is for sure. I think this is the best vehicle in the game to build. All right, we're going to start the timer here. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay, we got a little spin off at the start. Hopefully that doesn't affect the time. This thing's not the fastest thing in the world, but hopefully it beats the speeder here. All right. Whatever the time is on the board, we'll see if it beat the speeder. I don't know until I'm editing this video, but hopefully it beat the speeder in all 3 categories. If it didn't, still beat them in 2. But anyways, this is by far the best vehicle in LEGO Fortnite, I believe. Now let me show you how to build this thing. And honestly, it is not that complicated. Alright, so here is literally everything you need to build. Like I said, probably the cheapest vehicle to build in the game. You can literally build this almost the second you start out. All you're gonna need is a lumber mill and a spinning wheel and then a stone crusher, and you can pretty much build this vehicle. So yeah, it's definitely a great vehicle early on in the game. And let's get some sleep here so it doesn't get dark and you guys can't even see what I'm doing. Alright, now that we're well rested up, let's get to building this thing. So first off, we're going to take the small car jack. We're going to come over to the vehicle base 10. We'll place that right in the center there. Now we're going to come all the way up to the platform bumper 01. We're going to snap it on the back and on the front, or whichever back and front yours is, doesn't matter. They're both the same. Alright guys, and now we're going to come down to the medium powered rails. We're going to go on the back side here. And we're going to see that it's locked in right here. So we're going to go all the way back till it's red like that. Then we're going to go one space down and then go one left so that it's green. Place it right there. Same thing on this side. All the way back till it's red, down, right, bam. Make sure these wheels are both spinning the correct direction, and they are, so good. Come get the medium steering wheel, and we're gonna do basically the same thing on the front. Till it's red, down, over, bam, and then till it's red, down, over, bam. Just like that. Once again, make sure they're spinning the correct direction. Now all that's left to do is place our small power center on the back right here. And we're going to place our small driver's seat right in front of that right there. And bam, that is your small powered vehicle. So we can remove this jack here. And there we go. You guys have one of the cheapest and most reliable vehicles in the game. With that being said, let's head on to the next vehicle. Alright guys, next up, I call this vehicle the chest collector. Now you might be wondering why I call it that. So basically this thing is pretty much unflippable, and I almost just threw it off the edge. Oops. It is super fast. Hopefully we can get it back on here. Oh no. Alright, there we go. Okay. I was a little scared there for a second. And obviously this vehicle is super fast, and it's used to transfer your loot from base to base or wherever you're going. Now obviously it is not the cheapest vehicle in the world to build. And don't get me wrong, you do not need all of these fancy lights and these bumpers. So you can pretty much just take all that off and you save yourself quite a bit of materials. Now I built this to compete against this kart racer here, and honestly, I don't know how much they're alike, but I just know that this thing freaking sucks. So let's just get right into it. Let's just do test 1 with this thing because I just need to get it out of the way. Like literally this thing flips if you look at it the wrong way. So let's get down the hill to test 1 there. Alright, I made it down the hill somehow of a miracle. This thing's like so back end heavy that it almost flips the second you press the gas. So alright, not gonna waste any time. Let's see if this thing can climb this hill. And oh yeah, we're already almost flipping. All right, see if we can make it up this hill though. Oh wait, oh no, no. Okay, it actually came pretty close. I'm gonna try that again just to make sure I can't actually make it up the hill. All right, just to be safe, we're gonna try this again. All right. Oh yeah, it's flipping back. All right, let's see. Straight up this part. Oh, okay. Oh, yep, it keeps going off to the right. And guys, you can see I'm turning to the left, and it just wants to go to the right. So I don't think this thing's making up this hill. Let's go on to test number 2. Okay, guys, and I can guarantee you it's not gonna pass test number 2. Just because of how horrible the turning radius is on this thing. But you know what? We gotta test it out anyway, so let's go. Alright, yeah, we're never gonna make this turn. So, turn. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Okay, we're actually getting somewhere. Okay, the turning radius actually isn't too bad. Alright, I'm gonna make this final turn. Oh, no, it didn't want to turn. I don't know if that was my fault or not. I'm gonna give this guy another chance. It might have just been because the front wheels were not on the ground. Oh my goodness, yeah. The turning radius sucks on this thing, but I'm gonna try that corner one more time, and if it doesn't make it, then I'm gonna have to fail this car. Alright, coming around the corner again. Let's see if we can make this turn. Oh. You know, guys, I think it would make it. It's really hard. It is really hard to make that turn. Just because every time you press the gas, it just, bam, it goes in the air. So instantly, once you press the gas, you can't turn. So I'm just gonna say, it would maybe pass the test, but I'm not sure. Let's go see how fast this thing is. All right, we got our back vehicles on the line here. Let's see if this can beat any of the other vehicles. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And I'm full force on the throttle. Doesn't matter for flips. Okay, we did not flip. And I think this thing is gonna be number 1 because that was actually pretty fast. So it does have one thing going for it. It is actually really fast. Other than that, it sucked. All right, let's go test out my vehicle and see how well that can compare to this one. All right, like I said, this is not the cheapest vehicle in the world. I think it's gonna outperform that kart racer just by a little bit. So plus you can carry all your loot in this thing. So let's test this out, see just how great this vehicle is. Down to the hill. All right, we are all lined up at the hill, and you know what? This vehicle is definitely going to have the advantage because I do have 2 thrusters on here. Let's see if we can make it up this hill and activate the thrusters. Oh yeah, there's no shot it's not making it up the hill. Easy. Oh, and we hit a cactus. All right, we definitely made it up the hill. So let's go on to test number 2 just to see how good the turning radius is. Alright, now I'm not gonna lie and say this is the best turning vehicle in the game because it's not, but that is exactly why I added these thrusters on here, because it's gonna help me turn. Look at that. So let's test this thing out. Without further ado, let's just go. See if I can get around these first corners. Alright, so I'm gonna wanna, because this thing doesn't turn fast enough, I'm gonna wanna use my thrusters to my advantage. And oh my goodness, this thing's so long, the back wheel almost fell off. Alright, looking good so far. Can we make it around this last corner? And we can, just like that. And we can double boost, just because. Alright, let's go head on to the last test and just see how fast this thing is. Okay, back wheels are lined up on the line. Let's get ready to test the speed on this thing. And I have a feeling it's going to be the fastest vehicle yet. Alright, let's go! Okay, let's stay on the track. Alright. I think for sure that that's the fastest vehicle ever, but I'm not going to know until after. But let me go show you guys exactly how we are going to build this thing. Alright guys, you know what? This thing actually isn't too expensive to build. Here is everything you're going to need to build this. Like I said, that's not too expensive. That's actually cheaper than I thought it was going to be. Obviously, that is without using these railings here and these lights on the front, just because those are actually very unnecessary. I just did that for the looks. But anyways, let me show you guys exactly how you are going to build this thing. Alright, so first off, like every vehicle, we're going to start off with a small car jack. Next off, you're going to want to get yourself the vehicle base 03. We're going to place 1 in the center. Then we're going to go 1 on each side, just like that. And then we're going to flip it. So it's like that, and place that there on that side, and place 1 more here on this side. Then we're going to go right back in the center. Place 1 on each side just like this, just like that, and bam, and then we're gonna do 1 sideways on each side just like that. So you're gonna kind of be making like a cross shape just like that. Now next up, we can place our small platform bumper on the front just like that. We're gonna come down all the way to the suspension 03 part. We're gonna place 1 on the front right here, not on the bumper but on the granite part just like that. Same thing on the back here, right under that granite piece, right in the center, just like that. Then we can come up top, place our seat right here, then whichever power cell you want, I'm going to use the medium power cell just because it fits the nicest right there. Now we can come over to the chest, and honestly, you can put whatever chest you want, but I'm going to put the small chest just because it takes up the least amount of room and they weigh the least. So we're going to go till it's red like that. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3 spots in. And we're going to do that on each side here. So 1, 2, 3, just like that, and on the back as well. 1, 2, 3, perfect. Now we got 3 chests that you can hold all of your loot in, and that is actually quite a bit of storage. Honestly, you could add more if you wanted to. But next up, we can come to the medium powered wheels. We're going to be placing those on the back just like this. Kind of self-explanatory at this point. Make sure they're going the correct direction, just like that. Then we're going to get the medium steering wheels, place them on the front, just like that. Now we can make sure those are going the correct direction. And now the last and final step, come all the way down and get yourself a small thruster, and we're going to place it right in the center on that piece there, and one right there. Get yourself a wrench and make sure these are on the correct channel. So channel 3 is the channel we will be using. So now you just built yourself the chest collector. And let's get in and make sure everything works. And yep, everything works. So if you wanted to just go straight with the thrusters just like this, good, you're fine. Everything's good. But if you want a little bit better of a turning radius, all you got to do is come back here to the thruster, make this thruster on channel 1, and then come over to this thruster and make this channel 2. That way they are separate channels and you can control them independently just to help you turn a little. And if you want to just go straight, press both at the same time. So as you can see, it helps you turn a ton. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this vehicle. Let's head on to the last and final vehicle of this video. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this video. I know I'm having a lot of fun making this. If you want to go down there, hit that like button. You don't have to if you don't want to. And yeah, if you're new around here and you're not subscribed yet, what the heck are you doing, man? Get down there, hit that subscribe button, because I'm putting out videos just like this every week. Now with that out of the way, let's get on to the last and final vehicle. Alright, so the infamous Airship by LEGO Fortnite. Probably the coolest added prefab in the game. And honestly, it's not too expensive to build, and it is actually super easy to control. But I just wanted to build something that looked a little cooler. So here's my design that I came up with. It's almost the same thing, but I did add a large chest to it so you can store all of your loot in there while you're flying around. And honestly, this one is a lot easier to control, a lot easier to land, because if I'm going to be honest, this airship here is super hard to land. So with that being said, let's test it out on the first test, and I have not shown you guys what any of the tests are yet, so let me do that now. So the first test, we're going to want to try and land it on this helicopter pad here. Whichever aircraft is easier to land is going to be the winner of that test. Next up, we're going to start off from there. We're going to see if we can fly through this loop here, come around, do a big loop, and come back right through this without hitting anything. So that is going to test just how easy it is to control the aircraft. And the last and final test is going to be how fast the aircraft is. And we're just going to mark a marker up there at 100 meters, and we're just going to give it all and see which aircraft is the fastest. So with that out of the way, let's get going into LEGO Fortnite's airship here. And let's just see how easy it is to land on that helicopter pad right there. So the only way that they give you to land is by giving you these balloons. And to be honest, it is very hard, because when you do that, look at that, it just shoots your aircraft everywhere. And if you're pressing the thrusters, you bet it is going to leave you in a sticky situation sometimes. I mean, look at that. Definitely not the greatest way to land. But I'm going to bring us over here. Oh yeah, what was that? See, sometimes it just gets really glitchy. So let's start right here, and let's see if we can land this puppy. So as you can see, it's already coming in really hot. Not the easiest thing to land in the world. Okay, so we did land. Wasn't a great landing, but we landed. Maybe if we do that. Okay, now we're upside down. Let's try to flip. Okay, see what I mean? This thing is really glitchy. Oh yeah, okay. Let's try and get back up here. Okay, alright. We're almost there. Okay. Definitely not the easiest thing to land in the world. Alright. Oh, there we go. Alright, we finally landed it. Alright, that was not very good, but you know what? It could have been my fault. I don't know. Let's move on to test number 2. Alright, we might as well just start off right here. I think this is a great starting point. Let's see if we can fly through there, turn around, and come back without hitting anything. Alright, let's go. This thing is actually fairly easy to control. It's just the balloon part that sucks. Oh yeah. Yep. And we just... Alright. That may or may not have been my fault. Alright. Let's try that again. It's just like there's so many buttons to press. You get so confused on what buttons to press. Okay. Turning it around. Let's try that again. There's just too many buttons. You get so confused. Alright. Let's get it lined up here. And let's go. Okay. Okay. Nope. wrong button again. Okay, let's try this again. As you can see, not the easiest thing to control, but you know what? It's not too bad. Okay, we're lined up pretty good here. Let's see if we can do it. Oh my goodness, see what I mean? It's just, nope. Guys, I don't think it's happening. This is just way too hard to try to get through there. Wait, we might have a chance. Nope, it just flips. We might actually have a chance here. Oh, nope. And I just ruined everything. Alright, that's enough. This thing is actually ticking me off trying to get it through there. So let's just go to the last test. Let's see how fast this thing actually is. Alright, let's start the test once we hit this right here. So ready? 3, 2. Let's just start the test once we pass this line right here. Oh, what's going on? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Start the timer. Once we cross this line right here, we'll stop that timer. We'll see just how fast it is. Okay, and stop the timer. Alright. Whatever that time was, it's on the screen there, I don't know. Hopefully it's a good time. Let's get onto my aircraft, see if I can do any better. Alright, so here's my aircraft. I'm not going to say it's any better, but it kind of is. Alright, it's a lot easier to control. So we can lift ourselves up just like that. And what's nice about this is I got those 4 red balloons there, so I don't come to a screeching halt trying to land this thing. So let's just do test 1 right now. Let's go land this thing. Let me just familiarize myself with the controls real quick. So yeah, I got thrusters on the bottom as well, so that's nice. And then this turns left, and then so this turns left, and then that one turns right. Yep, and then you press both to go straight. So pretty much, it's an advanced version of that, and in my opinion, it is a lot easier to control. So alright, let's head there and see if we can land this thing. So we're going to be coming in for a nice and slow landing. See, what's nice about this is you can actually come in pretty slow. You can hit those thrusters to go up a little. Look at that, guys. Look how easy that was. We didn't come nosediving from the flippin' sky trying to hopefully land on this thing without breaking your entire ship. So yeah, definitely a lot easier to land this aircraft. Let's move on to the next test. And we're already right here, so let's just start it. So let's get ourselves straightened up here. Let's see if we can't make it through there first try. Okay, I don't think we're gonna be high enough. Oh, we weren't high enough. Okay, let's turn around and restart. That was definitely my fault. I wasn't high enough quick enough. Okay, coming at it again. Okay, guys, we made it through! We made it through! Let's go! And the dry valley is making it really blurry. Okay, now all we gotta do is come back. Oh my goodness. This plane is so much easier to control. It's not even funny. So let's turn around here. Oh, what's going on? This does this sometimes. Every airship does this. I don't know why. Just get out of your seat and get back in and you're good. Alright. Let's go see if we can make it back. First try. Guys, first try. Let's do this. Let's go for first try. This aircraft is so much easier to control. It's not even funny. Oh my goodness, guys, we did it. Alright. That just proves to you how much better this aircraft is, and we're doing 360s now. Alright. Let's do the final test, the speed test. Let's just see how much better this aircraft is, guys. Alright, and we're almost already here. Let's turn around and get this puppy lined up. Alright, once I cross this line here, we're going to start the timer. And 3, 2, 1, start the timer. And once I cross this line up here, we are going to stop the timer. Alright, ready? 3, 2, 1, stop the timer. Alright. Whatever time is on the screen there, I honestly don't think it's faster than the LEGO Fortnite version, but okay guys, you gotta give me some props. This thing is actually so easy to control. Definitely ticks all the boxes on my chart for when building an aircraft. So let me go show you guys exactly how you're gonna build this thing. And yeah, what I love about this aircraft so much is look how easy it is to land. It comes in so soft. Like, look at this. Look at how soft this landing is. Okay, my vehicle is in the way, but still, nothing's ever gonna break. It is so, this is literally the best aircraft I think I've ever built. So alright, let me show you guys how to build it. So obviously it's not gonna be very cheap to build. You are going to need a lot of thrusters, you're gonna need a lot of balloons, and just a lot of granite and wood. Honestly, once you get later on in the game, like mid-game, you should have all this stuff. And you don't have to place this chest here, obviously, because you're not going to have that mid-game. So first off, like always, we're going to start off with a small car jack. Alright, to start it off, going to come down to vehicle base 09. We're going to place one in the center there, and then one on each side, just like that. And we're going to take the vehicle base 03. We're going to make a little tail just like this. And it doesn't have to be exactly like this, but do whatever your little heart desires. It doesn't have to be perfect. Now, just for safety precautions, we're going to place the small bumper right on the front, just like that. Now we can come back down to the vehicle base 03, and we're going to want to line this up right in the center here, and go out 1, 2 blocks, and same thing on this side. Go out 1, okay, don't do that. Go out 2 blocks, and we're going to place one right here, and then one right there. So now those are kind of our wings. And then we can come up to the front and place 2 more, just like that. And on this side as well. And bam, those are our wings. Now, honestly, we're pretty much done here. All we gotta do now is lay out the floor. So you're gonna come all the way down to the rustic thin floor 04 here. Place one there, and then go all the way to the other side, just like this. Place one there. And then bam, bam. And you're gonna wanna get the rustic thin floor 03. Place one there, and then get yourself the 8x2 here. Place that there, and bam. Now we're gonna come all the way down to the rustic floor 04, and we're gonna place one right in the front and one right in the back, just like so. Now there's your floor done, and if you want, we can place a rustic floor 02 in the front, just like that, just to keep it a little nicer looking, you know. Next up, we're gonna come right back up to where we were, to the rustic thin floor 02. And we're gonna go right to the edge here, right in the middle, place one there, and same thing on this side, there, and then one in the front. And that's gonna kind of be your little captain's office there. Then next up, we can go get ourselves the small driver's seat, and you can use whatever seat your little heart desires. Now on the back here, you can place whatever chest you want. I'm gonna just place a ruby chest for now, just for this aircraft. And honestly, whatever chest you want, I think you could fit 2 chests back there if you wanted to. I don't know if it's going to mess up with the balloons or not, but you guys can experiment with this as much as you want. But next up, we're going to come underneath, and we're going to be placing some tires in these exact spots. So get yourself a small, simple wheel, place one right in the center of this wing here, just like that. And we're going to do the same thing on this side as well, just like that. Now come in the front here, right in the center, and then one more on the tail here. And what this is going to do is it's going to prevent you from breaking anything when you land. Now next up, we can start with the thrusters. So come over to get yourself a large thruster. We're going to place one right on the edge of this wing here, just like that. And same thing on this side, like that. Now come underneath, and we're going to need to place another large thruster right here, right on the edge, kind of in the middle of that piece there. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. And guys, make sure everything is symmetrical or it will not fly right. Alright, there we go. So make sure these 2 are symmetrical. Make sure these 2 are symmetrical. Otherwise, you're going to have issues. Alright guys, and now all that's done, all we need to do left is place our balloons down. So we're going to come get ourselves a normal small balloon. And we're going to place one on the back just like this. We're going to place 2. We're going to place one on each side of the wing right in the corner there on the back. One right there, one right there. And then we're going to place one pretty much anywhere in the front, wherever you want. Now get yourself the activated balloons, and we're going to come to the edge here, place one there, and same thing on this side, there and there. And you guys have just built the best aircraft in the freaking game. All you're going to want to do now is make sure these are all in the right channels that you prefer. I like to do this one on channel 1, this channel 2, and I like to keep these on channel 3, and I like the balloons on channel 4. So that's just the way I prefer. Honestly, do whatever you want, but I think that is the best way. Now we can break this car stand, and let's see if we did make it right. So yeah, if your airplane does not fly out into outer space, if your aircraft does not fly into orbit, then you are good. So let's sit on this thing, and what just happened? Guys, I think I messed up. Do not put your balloons that close to each other, okay? I realized that after it kept breaking. So these right here, these 2 right here, I know I said to put them right next to each other. Put them right there. Oops, I didn't place it. Put one right there and there. And then they won't break when you go and lift off. So I did kind of messed up on that. Make sure you guys go back and fix those real quick. But yeah, other than that, thrusters work good on the bottom. Go straight, and it turns. So yeah, that is going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. And let me know down in the comments below which vehicles you are going to be building from now on LEGO Fortnite. Let me know if it's going to be any of my vehicles, because honestly, that would be pretty cool seeing my vehicles in your guys' world. But anyways, it's been real, guys. I will see you all in the next video. Later.